Hello, my name is Kenneth Swanson, and this is my presentation of pornography in modern culture. This is a large issue in the world, and this is a lot of different slides about what it's like. Now, pornography defined is printed or visual material containing the explicit description or display of sexual organs or activity intended to stimulate erotic rather than aesthetic or emotional feelings. This is the dictionary definition. Now, the explosion of porn in the digital age has been amazing. I don't think anybody saw this coming. But now that there's computers and phones, people can just pull up a website and there's their porn, there's their get off. And there are 13% of websites in general on the internet are porn centered. And that's pretty amazing. Now, when I say pornography, I'm also going to accompany it with masturbation. The utilitarian and deontological standpoints on this is that utilitarianism is probably most against it, most definitely, because there's a increase in depression and anxiety, which has been seen and tested on. While it also stunts performance, this is bad because utilitarianism is all about making sure that society is the most productive as it can be. Deontological would be for it because it's for the laws and there's no rules against it that aren't like Catholic or as long as you're under 18 in America at least. There's the laws are different and they would be different in different countries because laws. Now, two Bible passages are the Sermon on the Mount when he created the new law. Jesus said that instead of just being married to someone and having sex with someone else is adultery, rather having any sexual lust or attraction to a woman and dwelling on it while not married to her is adultery. Another thing I read about and I find interesting is David and Bathsheba. Their story and how David saw Bathsheba bathing naked on the roof, and he wasn't married to her. She was married to Uriah, and it actually ended in a death. And while, of course, most porn addictions don't end in physical death, there's like it shows you how the extremes of pornography can go and lust after someone who isn't your wife. And I just found that really interesting. Next, the expertise and the public stats. The addiction to pornography has been declared a public health issue in multiple states, 4 to be exact, and rising. There are 40 million Americans who are regular porn users, and 70% of men between 18 and 24 are regular porn users, which also means they masturbate regularly. This does seem like it's a lot more than 40, or this 40 million isn't 70%. This means that there are people below 18 and above 24 that also use porn regularly. And something I didn't know, and kind of surprised me before researching it, is there are 30,000 people viewing porn as we speak every second. I knew there's going to be some, but the amount of the extent was amazing. Now, my personal opinion on this is it's definitely a health issue. There are so many people today who think porn is okay, and it's not, because I personally have struggled with it, and it does destroy your perspective of women. You don't treat them the same as when someone who isn't addicted. And my problem with it, with the church's way of dealing with it, is the church doesn't do much the right way. At least when it comes to this. I love the church. The church is great. But in this case, they just tell people, like, hey, porn is wrong. And they expect people to be like, all right, church says it, I'm going to do it. They don't give any reasoning. If they said porn is wrong because reasons A, B, and C, which they don't really focus on, then I feel like more people would be open to stopping. And I'm not going to write a letter to the Pope. This is my personal opinion. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just not as big as a thing in Houston. But yeah, that was my presentation on pornography in today's society. Thank you. My name is Kenneth Swanson.